Hello everybody, welcome to the show. I got an unboxing here. I got a rod that's from Aliexpress. It's been about, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months out, and it finally showed up. So I'm going to unbox it, and I got one other small package here. So let's tear into this. Let's get this small package out of the way, but you might wonder why all these rods are laying here. I wanted to talk real quick also. Let's see what we got. Count bass. You guys remember them small cranks? I ordered a few more. That looks good. That color right there, a little bitty small square bill, and of course just a kind of a more natural, got a little bit of orange or reddish color on the belly. That one should be killer, but both of them should work. Anyway, back to the rods part. These are all down here because these are all rods that I bought and broken over the years. Now I'm rough on rods, and rods not so much like reels. Reels you might ding them up or whatever, but it's hard to actually just destroy a reel to put it out of commission. I mean, it can be done, and some of them can be junk. But rods, and that's why a lot of people don't like to spend a lot of money on rods, and they like to find a good bargain on one and one that's durable. These rods are all actually durable, and I just want to talk about this one real quick. I don't know how great the newer 13 fishings are, but this old Envy was an awesome rod, and it wasn't broke by me. Get that to focus. Come on. It's a glare that just won't go out, but it's a 6'7" Envy. Medium power, 1/4 to 5/8. Line weight is 10 to 17, but this rod was awesome for that like medium action. It was an awesome rod, and it was broke by someone other than me, so I don't know what they were doing. I actually given it to my son, and then it was broke by one of our cousins. So I'm actually going to repair it, and that's another thing. I've repaired some of these. Now here's one that was just the last one to get broke. You guys heard me talk about this all the time. The 6'3" two-piece Kang Teton. This rod has been awesome for about 3 years. Olivia broke this last weekend. I was taking care of some business, I'll just put it that way. And I heard her say, "I'm stuck in the grass, you're going to have to get it out." And then I heard, "Oh, the rod broke." So I think she must have put her hand up here somewhere and was trying to get it out of the grass. And that, like you guys know, I run over what this rod's recommended usually on almost all my rods on the BFS stuff. But anyway, it broke the tip. You can buy new tips for the Kang Tetons, but I'm going to probably actually just repair this myself because I want to talk about this one real quick. The 522, I did manage to break it too. Now I can get a tip, and I may order two, one for it and one for the other one, because of shipping. It's almost worthwhile if you order several tips for one charge on shipping. But I did repair this rod, and it actually fishes just about like it did before, the 522. It was also broke by me using, I think it's either 6 or 10 pound test, but it's only rated up to 3 pounds. So I was either doubling it or almost tripling what they recommend on it. So I can still recommend the Kang Tetons without a doubt. You run the line they recommend on them. Don't go over that. You're not going to have any issues. The Conqueror rods, those rods I cannot recommend anybody. They feel awesome, but just for that reason. This is rated for 1/4 to 3/4 ounce, line 10 to 16. I only run 15 pound is the biggest I run on all my rods, even my heavy action. So I had this rod rigged up, 6'6" medium, trying to throw a 1/2 ounce chatterbait with. Now I did have a trailer on it, so it was a little over 1/2 ounce, but it's rated up to 3/4 ounce, and it just snapped easy. So I cannot recommend the Conqueror rods for that reason, but they actually feel very awesome. I still have a couple in play that aren't broke. But shortly after that one, I was just testing it, and I did push the limits on this one, the 6'8". Sorry about the focus. This thing will not focus for anything. But I did threw that same 1/2 ounce chatterbait on it. Now it's rated only up to 3/8 of an ounce, so I was overboard. But it says line 5 to 14 pound, and I want to say I had 10 pound. So anyway, moral of the story, I did push the limits, but it snapped, and I felt like it snapped too easy, so I'm kind of my other ones. I'll probably continue to use them. I'm not going to buy any more Conqueror rods. I saw these cool looking rods and I just thought, what the heck? And I'm still going to use these because for as cheap as they were, you can't hardly buy this assembly to build your own rod. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to make rods out of the handles, but one of the boys snapped one of the tips on one and I broke the other one in a video. You guys can see it. And I overloaded it, but it still kind of snapped. And then the most expensive rod I've ever broke, which is this Megabass Pagani. And I'll be honest, this thing broke very cheesy, easily, and I will not be buying any more of the Pagani series of rods. They feel awesome. They're lightweight. I love the style and how they're made. But this rod, I mean, I kind of used it heavy, but really, I mean, it's rated. The ratings on it are overloaded, which I figured it wouldn't handle that much. But I think it says it's rated for like 6 to 16 pound line. Plugging Versatile is the one I have. The focus is horrible on this thing, but it's 6'6". I'm trying to get it to focus. It just, wait, maybe if I do this. No, then that takes away all the, I don't know. Anyway, this rod felt awesome, but I probably won't buy anything Megabass rod-wise in the future. So, and I just posted on BFS, I'm going to look into the Sonora, the ProFlex 2 and the Dragon. I may end up getting one of each and just seeing which ones, if I like both or whatever. But way before I ordered, in about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, me and Charles, if you remember the stream video, which it was probably a month to get out, and it's probably been out for a while now. But after we went with on that little bitty stream, from then on, I've been wanting to get some, a little bit smaller, lighter weight BFS rods. So I ordered this one, and I'll be honest, it's been so long ago, I don't remember what the actual name of this thing is. Lurekiller Big Trout. That's what I ordered. Let's see what I got. Just came in. I don't even know. I'm going to take a look at it. I won't be able to really fish it until probably this weekend. It does come with 2 tips and it's very cheap. If it has any kind of endurance at all, it'll be well worth the money. And it is, I believe, one, or no, I think I ordered both with the solid tips. I think you can order it 2 ways with 2 tips. You can order 2 ultralights or an ultralight and a light, and I wanted solid tips. So I believe, yeah, both these tips are identical. So if I do break one, it already has a spare. And which, for as cheap as this rod was, you see how the guy, and anybody, I see guys questioning this all the time. All of your, I guess, JDM style Chinese rods, I think there's still some maybe in the US, the 2-piece rods aren't made like this, but most of them have the ferrule section like this, to where those pieces are not supposed to meet. When they're new, they should be a long ways away. Now over time, a couple years in or whatever, they're going to get closer together for wear, but that's why they're designed to never. The old style setup, sometimes you put them together and they fit perfect, and then after 6 months, a year, something like that, they would just get to where they wouldn't hold tight right. So that's designed to last the life of the rod, basically. So I won't be able to show you much in this video, but just this rod is super lightweight, and it already balances like right there. So once you put a reel on it, it's going to be a super lightweight, very capable. I'll try to show you a little bit of the flex. It's a very light, soft for little small stuff. 2 to 6 pound test, and I know the focus is horrible. I'll just read it to you. Well, it's what it says on here. I think it tells you on it right there. 6 foot, 2-piece, ultralight, light. I think I got 2 lights though, or 2 ultralights. 2 to 6 pound, or 4 to 8 pounds. So I think both mine are 2 to 6, not the 4 to 8. And it's a Lurekiller Big Trout. I think Charles has one of these. It's from Torre, or no, the materials Torre, I guess. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know it finally showed up. So what I'm probably going to do is try to get another video out with me and Charles before the year's up. And I'm going to take the 522 and this guy, because I always like to have a backup. You guys are just now watching the backup videos. So I'll probably take both of these, and I'll probably go ahead and put the new Alpha's Air on this one. It should actually throw a little bit. Nah, they're both feel close about throwing the same kind of weights. But I'll put the Alpha's Air on this one, and I'm going to put my Aldebaran BFS XG on this one and try to hit a small stream. I'll probably take them that same setup to some bigger places, try to get on a few bigger fish and see how it can handle that. But anyway, hope you guys like this live little unboxing, talking about rods. If you got any questions about any of these, I can put the links to them. But once, broken rods other than the Kayings, which I've abused, I really don't recommend you buy these unless you just want one to, like I'm going to do. I think they were 30, 35 bucks, something like that. I'm going to end up customizing, making my own rod out of... I may even put, what I thought about doing is taking one of the, $34, lightning rods, Berkeley's, and putting on this handle assembly some way or another. All right, again, I got to get out of here. So there you guys go. Once again, any questions, drop below the video on any of the rods and that kind of stuff. And like I mentioned, I'm looking forward to trying out the, I haven't even put them on order yet, but right now they're having a sale on Aliexpress, the ProFlex 2 and the Dragon. The Dragon's more of like what the Tetons are. It's going to be a more moderate fast, and the ProFlex 2s are your fast or extra fast. So if you guys wonder what does that mean, well, anytime you have more bend in your rod, typically your treble hooked baits are better for that. Your cranking type rods, how there's some of them are out of fiberglass and that kind of stuff. And your jigging rod, something that has, maybe a soft tip, but then it goes real quick in the backbone, kind of like the NRX lineup, the 802 and the 803 I have. They're more for like single hooks, jig, bottom contact type stuff rather than treble baits. It'll work, if you get a soft enough rod, it can work for bigger treble baits and that kind of thing. But so I may get one of each just to try the difference. Dragon does make the length I like, a 6'8". The ProFlex 2, I want to say, goes 6'3", 6'5", jumps right to 7 foot on a medium and a medium heavy or something like that. The Dragon does come, I think all of them are the same power, which is light, but they make them all the way up to 7 foot, 6'8", 6'5", or 3 or something like that, or 6'6" maybe. So I'll probably get a 6'8" Dragon and the longest one that's in I think it's a light before they go to medium power is a 6'5". It'll be about the same as the Conqueror that I have, the 6'5" light. The 6'8" medium light was almost a touch stiff anyway in this Kaying Conqueror. So I'm hoping to find that midsection between the 6'6" Teton to the 6'5" Conqueror, because it goes a lot stiffer, a lot quicker than what I like typically. So anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Get out of here, go bass and bonsai somewhere else, and set that hook. Rod breaks, get you another rod. You know where to find them now. See ya.